In today's lesson, we'll take a second look at how to use comments in your program code. We previously used comments to label sections of code. Now we're going to use comments to help us plan the code we need to write. We'll break down the complex process of scrambling a word into smaller steps and put those steps into the program code as comments. In this lesson, you'll see the strategy we'll use to scramble words. Hi, I'm Annette Gotland. I'm the author of the Do-It-Yourself Java Games books. I teach Java programming through creating games. Welcome to the video version of my books. We're currently in the Text Games video series, TG, the first of 4 types of games series. The focus of this series is to cover the fundamentals of Java programming. No previous programming experience is required. You'll learn how, when, and why Java programs are written the way they are. This series has 16 projects. We're currently working on the 12th project, TG12, Word Scramble. Word Scramble will scramble the letters in a list of words for others to try to unscramble, like this. This is lesson TG12.1, where you'll learn to use comments to help you plan your program code. This project uses the MyWindow superclass created in project TG8 Calculator. If you haven't done so already, please go back to TG8 to create the MyWindow project and the MyWindow class with its 3 prompt methods. Comments are notes you can put in a program. Comments are ignored by the program when it runs, so you can type anything you want in the comments. In lesson TG4.1 Silly Story, Input a String, we used comments to label sections of code. In this lesson, we'll use comments to plan how to write the code to scramble a word. Exercise 1. Create the Word Scramble project, package, and class. Pause the video if you need more time in any of these exercises. If you want to see how I would complete any of the listings, please refer to the completed listings at the end of this video. First, create a new Java project named Word Scramble and add MyWindow and DIYjava.jar to the class path of the project. Hint: MyWindow is a Java project. DIYjava.jar is an external jar file. Next, create a new package with a unique name. I named mine Annette.Gotland Word Scramble. Then, create a new class named Word Scramble with superclass MyWindow and with a stub for main and its constructors. And finally, add code to main to call the Word Scramble constructor. Run it. What happened? It should have opened the DIY window with no contents. First, we'll put the code to scramble a string in its own method so it can easily be used more than once. Exercise 2. Create a scramble method. Define a private method named Scramble that takes one parameter, a string named word, and returns a string. In Scramble, declare a string named Scrambled, assign it an initial value of an empty string, and return that string. Then in the constructor, create a string named word with a value of animals. Call Scramble with word as its parameter and assign the results of that call to a new string named Scrambled. Print that new string. Run it. What happened? It should have printed a blank line since the Scramble method initializes the scrambled value as an empty string and currently returns that value without ever changing it. As the code is right now, any word sent to the scrambled method will come back as an empty string. Do you know how to scramble a word? It's easier if you break the process down into smaller steps. To scramble a word, pick a random letter from the original word. Remove that letter from the original word. Add that letter to a new word. Repeat these steps until all letters have been removed from the original word. Exercise 3. Plan how to scramble a word. Type comments in Scramble to describe the steps to scramble a word. Hint: to type comments into code, start the line with 2 forward slashes. Anything you type after the double slash on that line is a comment. Hint: the next 2 steps are add that letter to a new word and repeat these steps until all the letters have been removed from the original word. Run it. What happened? It still should have printed just the blank line, but it was worth running your program just to make sure your changes didn't cause any new coding errors. Key points and more. Using comments. Difficult code is easier to write if you break it down into smaller steps. Use comments to label what you want the code to do. It doesn't matter what you type in the comment statements. Comments are ignored when the program runs. They're only there as notes to you, the programmer. To enter a one-line comment, put a double / at the beginning of the comment text. The double / comment always ends at the end of the line in which it started. The double / comments can also be placed to the right of your code. For example, int count equals 0 could have the comment count the number of guesses. To mark the beginning of a comment that crosses lines, use a / followed by an asterisk, and mark the end of the comment with an asterisk followed by a /. The * form of comment starts at the / and continues across all lines to the */. I'll sometimes use the / form of comment to comment out a section of code I want to temporarily remove from a program. The code I comment out is ignored when the program runs. It's easy to put the code back in later just by removing the / symbols. Here are the completed listings for all the exercises in this video. This is the end of the first lesson in the Word Scramble project. Your program doesn't do much yet, but now you have a plan in place for how to scramble the words, and that plan is documented in the program as comments. In the next lesson, we'll write the code to scramble a word following the steps laid out in the comments.